Hey friends, welcome back to Cooking with Dundee. We're making some to die for barramundi with fried eggplant and seafood gravy. I found some barramundi fillets in the frozen department. I started off with my eggplant. I sprinkled it with salt and let it sit for 25-30 minutes so that it can sweat, get the moisture out. Then I patted it dry. Next I got an egg, put it in a little container, and added some milk to it, just a little bit. Using my favorite Cajun sauce. I said sauce, sorry, seasoning. Took my fork and whisked the egg and milk together real well. I realized that my breadcrumbs that I had on hand were expired, so I took some salad croutons and crushed them as best as I could and made some breadcrumbs out of that. As you can see, it's still a few little chunky pieces in it, but I'll take care of that in just a minute. I'm going to add a little cornstarch to it. And as you can see, I really don't measure anything, so maybe about 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. And I'm not sure this is enough to coat all of the eggplant disc that I have, so I'm going to add a little bit more ingredients to it to give me a nice coating for my eggplants. I'm going to add some of this grated Parmesan cheese. Just a dash of it, mixing it in with the spoon. And if you notice, I didn't really mute my video, so it's a little ASMR going on in this video for those that like ASMR. I'm taking the back of my spoon and I'm trying to mash these big crumbs down as best as I can. Had some red pepper packets left over from when I ordered pizza a few weeks ago. I'm from the old school. We don't throw anything away, so I'm going to use that red pepper. And I don't like it extra spicy, so just a pinch of red pepper. Now, here's something I forgot to tell you guys. I'm experimenting. I have never made this dish before. I have never seen it anywhere. So I just want you to follow along with me and see what happens. That's the beauty of being an at-home cook. You can get in there and experiment if you want to. I put a little bit of cooking oil mixed with avocado oil in my skillet on medium-high. It's optional if you want to peel your eggplant. I didn't. Because I understand just as many nutrients in the peel as it is in the meat of the eggplant. So I'm keeping the peeling on it. I'm trying to coat this, and as you can see, I'm noticing that the coating doesn't stick to the peeling part. So that's okay. If I make it again, I'll probably peel them just so I can have a fully coated eggplant. But this run, I'm not going to peel them. All right, these are nicely coated on each side. And I can tell I'm going to have to fatten up my breadcrumb mixture with some more ingredients so that I can have enough to get my dish completed. Place your eggplant in your skillet. And I have it on medium-high. Might be too high. Should probably turn it down to medium. A lot of people don't like eggplant, but I actually love eggplant if it's cooked a certain way. And I think I'm going to like this dish. Like I said, I've never had it before, so this will be the first time. All right, it's cooked on one side for about 2 or 3 minutes, and yeah, I'm going to have to make some more. I wanted it well coated, so I'll fix that on the next batch. So I'm going to add a little cornmeal. I don't have much. I'm going to add what I have. And I will try and go back and write this recipe out for you. Like I said, this is my first time making it, so it's not written down anywhere. It's in my head. And my cornmeal is kind of lumpy, so let me break that up for you. I'm adding some flour to go on and give me a nice abundance of coating for my eggplant. So I have breadcrumbs that I created from my salad croutons. I have some cornstarch, a little bit of cornmeal, and some flour. And it is pretty lumpy, so I'm going to get my sifter and get it as finely ground as I can. And take my finger and rub it down in there. Now, for those of you that have breadcrumbs already on hand, or you don't feel like doing this, go on and go to the dollar store and grab you a container of breadcrumbs. I just didn't want to run to the store because it would put me further behind on getting dinner completed today. All right, tidying up just a little bit. I had crumbs everywhere. All right, let me move this. I've coated my eggplant on each side. And this is the second batch. Well coated. Take your fingers and gently sprinkle that crumb coating all on each side of your eggplant. Give it a little shake so you don't have too much of an excess in your skillet. All right, there's a lump right there. I don't want that in there. Let's coat it. Now we're going to take it over here to the skillet, put it in, and we'll do another one. And I know there's going to be some people that say I should wear gloves. I'm cooking for my family, so I don't wear gloves. I'm cooking with love. I would wash my hands thoroughly before I got started. Now, if I had company coming over for dinner, I would probably put some gloves on for them. Or if you're cooking for a potluck or something, then that's when you wear gloves. But I'm cooking for my family, which right now is just my boo bear and me. All right, as you can see, I had about 4 eggplant discs in the skillet. I probably could have used a little more grease, but I didn't want too much oil. I just wanted a little bit to brown it. I don't want it deep fried. All right, I'm finished with the eggplant, and I'm keeping the leftover oil and the coating. I'm adding some flour to this coating and oil, and I'm going to whisk it well until it's thinned out so that I can make my seafood gravy. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, I would truly appreciate it if you go on and hit that subscribe button. I'm adding some chicken broth to it. If you notice, I don't stop whisking. You keep whisking until your gravy is nice and thin, but not too thin and watery, or it's not gravy. But I'm whisking away. I'm going to add some more liquid to it. Now I'm adding my trinity, which is onions, yellow and green, and a little celery, and I do have some bell pepper in there. This is a mixture I bought from the grocery store that's already diced up. I'm adding some more chicken broth. And you whisk, keep whisking. Now I'm adding some heavy cream. And I'm going to give this another little whisk. I've added my seasoning, and I'm using Cajun seasoning, just the general garlic powder, Cajun seasoning, some Old Bay seasoning, a little bit of cayenne pepper, and some onion powder, just a pinch here or there. I'm going to go in and add some red pepper flakes to this as well. Don't stop whisking or your gravy will stick. And now as far as seasoning, you can use whatever favorite brand of Cajun seasoning that you like. Measurement purposes, you know your taste buds. So if you don't like it too spicy, measure it according to your taste buds. Generically speaking, I probably did about 2 to 3 teaspoons of Cajun seasoning and about a teaspoon of the garlic powder, onion powder. I did put a pinch of thyme in there. All right, now it's time to add my crab meat. It's real crab. I used the claw meat because the lump crab cost too much. This was $10. So I'm going to add my crab meat after I add this white wine. Just a little bit of white wine. I would probably say I added about 1/4 of a cup of white wine. I'm going to whisk it in. Now you won't see me cook my barramundi fish. You can pan fry your fish, or you can put it in the oven. I just season mine like I do the same seasonings you heard me mention here, and I placed it in the oven for 25 minutes, my barramundi, with a little bit of olive oil and butter. I'll do another video with how I cook my barramundi. But this dish has so many parts that you won't get to see the pasta part or the fish part. You can do a shortcut like I did. I was trying to get rid of my Rice-a-Roni pasta that I had left over from my pandemic storage, so I used that. Or you can cook your own pasta and do some heavy cream butter and Parmesan cheese. So for this video, you won't see me cook. Oh, will you get a load of that? I dropped my whisk. Let me rinse this off. Yikes. Now here's my secret ingredient for my seafood gravy. I'm adding a couple of tablespoons of some shrimp cocktail to my gravy. Whisking it in, and man, I tell you, this smells so good. All right, and you want this simmering for about 5 minutes while you're whisking. All right, it's been simmering now, and it's ready for me to go in and add the crab meat to it. And I just bought one container because one container was $9.99. So this is not a cheap dish to make. But if I had the extra resources, I would probably have used 2 containers of crab meat. And here's my half a pound of shrimp that's already been cooked. Now we're just about done. We're going to do the finishing touch. Squeeze a little fresh lemon there. Just a wedge is all you need. My local grocery store sells already cooked shrimp in the deli department, so that's what I'm using for this dish. As you can see, I took shortcuts all the way around with this dish. Give it a little stir. Let me taste it. Yeah, that's it. It's on. Now it's time to plate it. Like I said, I did use a shortcut. I used some Rice-a-Roni Parmesan noodles. Got that in the plate. Put my eggplant on top of the noodles. Place my barramundi fillet on top. And now I'm going to drizzle my seafood gravy on top. And that's my dish. My first time making it. My Friends helped me come up with the name with it, so it's called To Die For Barramundi Fish with fried eggplant and seafood gravy. And I know you want to see the inside. I'm not going to let you see me eat because I'm retired. I'm in my pajamas, of course, right? Okay, here we go. Oh my goodness. This is good, y'all. If you never had barramundi fish, you have to try it. I discovered it last summer on a cruise and I'm hooked. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video of my To Die For barramundi and eggplant with seafood gravy. Peace.